Hey there, it's Fresh Mark Sense with another fresh review. Today I'll be talking about something very important to me, fragrance appreciation. Now, we can all go out and buy the latest fragrances, but are we really appreciating the fragrances that we have already? So, when you look at your collection, are there fragrances that you have not worn for this year or this season? Are there fragrances that can be replaced by other fragrances that you already own? And do you think somebody else would enjoy the fragrance more than you? And it's probably time to go and shift your pattern of fragrance buying to a different scent genre, maybe, or something like that. Scent profile, let's say. So we're going to get into all of these issues and talk about some fragrances that I don't actually wear that much, but I think they're underappreciated, and maybe why, and some of the pitfalls of the fragrances that I haven't talked about before. So check it out, stay tuned, and get ready for the first one. Dolce Gabbana Eau Intense Light Blue. So Light Blue Eau Intense is the eau de parfum version of Dolce Gabbana Light Blue, which is the eau de toilette. And originally, when I tried this in the store, I was looking for this, but I was convinced to like the eau de toilette more. And I remember this just this morning, after doing the review yesterday of this Eau Intense. I thought that I wanted the Eau Intense, but when I remember that this actually has a very similar bottle to the light blue, when I checked out the bottle, I was like, oh wait, visual memory, that was the one that I wanted. So I bought the wrong bottle, but I did actually like the aquatic sea notes of this and how refreshing and long lasting that refreshing note was. But apart from summer, if you wear it, it may have a slight cassis, kind of green, sour, salty note that may come off as, some people say it comes off as urine, but I don't want to be that harsh. But there is a sort of sourness, and it does come off as a bit cleaning fluid, grapefruit with the aquatic note if you wear it in autumn or the wrong month like winter. So definitely wear this for summer, and that is a warning for everybody who said, yeah, I like this fragrance, but I bought it in the cold weather and I tried it and it's not good for me. Definitely wear fragrances that are seasonally appropriate. There are some fragrances that are great for all year round, but this is definitely a summer fragrance. This has the C notes in it. It doesn't have violet. I believe I smelt violet, and that's why I mentioned it in the video, because it has a certain creamy powderiness to it with the orange on top and slight and the juniper branch note. The juniper branch note comes through, but I believe it comes more so in the eau de toilette, the original. But I'm gonna have to check that out because that's coming in 2 days. So this is a fantastic mixer scent, and I didn't really appreciate it in the beginning because the salty note comes off as too strong in the beginning for people who aren't used to it. But after a while, you can smell the juniper note clearly, and you really appreciate the powdery, clean, fresh note of this perfume. So check it out, sample before you buy if you are not confident in buying. But I bought 200 ml because it's just a fantastic price. When I see £50 for 100 ml and £70 for 200 ml, I just double up and just go to 200 ml. So that's what I done, and I don't know, I don't want to recommend you to do the same. I want to recommend you to try before you buy and check out this next one, Eau Sauvage Parfum. Now this fragrance is a very smooth summer scent that includes the note of hedione in the middle with some vetiver in the base. That hedione is a white floral which has an almost myrrh-like sweetness. When I spray it on my arm, I sprayed it previously, but let me just make sure I got the right place. You instantly get the freshness of the citron on top with bergamot, the aromatic note of lavender in the middle with some myrrh-like sweetness from the resinous hedione plant. This is a white floral, but it has a very engulfing, encapsulating, dense scent bubble. And for something this fresh with more natural ingredients and not I say it doesn't go onto the vanilla spectrum, and it can never be too cloying for that reason. It has a nice herbal, aromatic lavender and sourly fresh vetiver that is very smoothly blended and never. This It doesn't have any harsh edges. This perfume is very wearable, and I'd recommend it for summer nights to give something sensual but different from the regular vanilla perfumes that you may smell at nighttime, and they may smell a bit sticky. So if you want a gentlemanly fragrance that is different, a little bit quirky but masculine at the same time, definitely check out Sauvage Parfum by Christian Dior. So that is a summer scent for night. And for autumn and winter, I've been checking out Floriento by Comes Dis Garçons. I probably said that wrong, but this is a very good perfume for autumn and winter. I like it myself, but the reason why I didn't wear it so much is because it's not very mass appealing, and I have some other mass appealing fragrances that I wear in different seasons, but I always seem to sort of miss the season for this with this one because I wear other scents like Gucci Intense Oud, which is a very spicy oud fragrance. I also have Oud Vanille, which has a creamy yet spicy saffron oud mix. But this is something a little bit different with the plum, labdanum, and amber in this fragrance. This gives a sour. Yeah, you get the sweetness from the plum, then you get the spices, which resemble cumin, maybe a bit of turmeric, definitely some clove in here, and the labdanum is fully utilized. The sweetness of the labdanum is there, the leathery musky character of the labdanum is there. Slightly medicinal too, yet not too rough because it has that amber in the base. This is a very intriguing perfume. It's going to, in terms of compliments, I don't think it's actually as mass appealing as the YouTube reviewers have been saying before. I actually bought this based on the hype of Jeremy Fragrance, and he was thinking, "You Arab Prince and all this," and I was like, yeah, "That's me, that's me, that's me," and I thought, "Click, buy." So I just went over it because straight up on the hype. I really like the resinous perfumes, and if something has plum in it, I'm really intrigued with how they spin the sour and sweet notes of plum and still make it juicy at the same time. And what would they do with that note? So I'm impressed with this perfume, but I'm surprised it's not as mass appealing. It seems like a cross between Hindu Kush with this spicy herbal notes, resembling almost like cannabis actually. This is almost closer to the Hindu Kush, more like cannabis than Hindu Kush really. But it has that plum and leather note to create a smoky, rich perfume. So definitely check this out if you want something resinous and sweet. But remember that this is a seasonally appropriate perfume. It only really smells that good in autumn and when it's not too cold. If you were to wear it in winter, I'd suggest wearing it on a jacket and wearing a little bit more heavily so it can project for that 7 hour mark. Otherwise, I'd say it projects for about 4 hours and it is a medium ciliate scent. Not really a screamer, this one, but it definitely has some class. Comedies Garçon Floriento. Check it out. The next one is something that I actually gave a decant to my father of because he likes ginger fragrances, and the tobacco in this fragrance is not too overpowering. Dolce Gabbana the One has orange blossom, tobacco, ginger, cardamom, little bit of nutmeg to make it spicy, and some amber in the base, amber and tobacco to give a rich aroma or something refined, classy, and masculine. So when I spray it on my arm, I get the yes. very aromatically sweet. The sweetness only comes from the aromatic notes of cardamom and the amber. Other than that, the richness of the perfume and herbal nature of the perfume takes over. Um, Slight green note of cardamom, working into the smokiness of the tobacco and amber. The the orange blossom is the uplifting note in the perfume and stops the perfume from becoming too dense, whilst projecting a very soft ambery tobacco cloud. So it projects for 7 hours, and I don't think it needs too much projection and longevity. It's fine as it is. If you want to have more longevity, I'd recommend spraying at the 5 hour mark when it starts to die down and be 2 hours longer on the skin, 2 or 3 hours longer on the skin. So keep a decant with you and definitely top up on the eau de parfum of Dolce Gabbana, the one. I bought 150 ml because I know that's going to last me forever. So check it out. It's a great price. I bought £56 online, and you can do the same if you have a good deal. Check out the next one, Vanille exclusive by Mancera. Yes, the first time I reviewed this, people said this is great if you love peach. And I was like, peach, yes, I do get a lot of peach, but I also get the sweet nature of whipped cream and is it caramel? No, it's brown sugar. I sprayed it over here earlier, and it's a very sweet. The brown sugar and whipped cream creates a lactonic sweet note that blends with the leathery, peachy note of as osmanthus flower. There is peach in here as a separate note, and it's given a powdery skin. The velvety skin of the peach creates a powdery note of the perfume, and the sweetness of the peach resembles more of an apricot, because I believe that they didn't want to make it too overpowering, and it's a blend of peaches, apricot, whipped cream, brown sugar, and osmanthus. So very nice gourmand scent, and I think it's more suitable for summer if you want to wear it as a man. Very unisex. I originally thought it was too feminine for me, but after trying many different perfumes, I thought, why not venture it? I'd probably wear this on its own, or maybe mix it with something a little bit green to make it more masculine without, well, that could go wrong. You know, you could go feminine if you had something green. But it's great on its own, and I'm looking forward to mixing it with other fragrances in summer. Vanille exclusive by Mancera. Check it out for summer, and don't be shy. I almost dropped that. So, next one is Alford and Hoff. Now, this has a terribly old-fashioned box, but I kept it because it had this funky little box opening. And so, yeah, the box reminds me of old mustard roll-up turtleneck jumpers and plaid sort of teddy bear trousers in the office with some sort of Clark Kent glasses, that kind of guy. But this really isn't actually a stuffy fragrance. It looks dated by the packaging, but definitely don't judge it by its cover, because the uplifting floral notes of osmanthus in this perfume go less to the peach side. This is more of a peachy osmanthus, and this has more of a leathery nuance with the light white floral of it, and slight apricot nuance from the osmanthus as well. But this is clashed with a leathery suede note with some, I believe it has some tobacco and amber in the base, but I'm not really sure about it. I really like the lightness of this perfume and how you can spray it, and although it has about 3 hours longevity, not too good on the longevity, and the ciliage is quite close, it's about half an arm's width for the first 3 hours, and it'll probably settle down 2 hours on the skin. It would just probably drop off. I enjoy this scent, and I think it's light enough to wear in summer whilst having a leathery nuance to it, and that is what's different about it. I don't actually wear it that much because you have to wear it in spring, summer, and you can just about get away with it in autumn in terms of the ciliage and projection, because in the cold weather it doesn't really project so much. So that's why I don't wear it so much, but I'll be ready to enjoy this in the summer because pretty much a full bottle. And it is a nice bottle. This is a very nice wood cap. So check that out. Alford and Hoff Eau de Toilette. I got it for £40 online. Came in 2 days delivery from Perfume Price, I believe. But it's very nice, but underappreciated because I don't wear it often. So Opium Pour Homme is something that I appreciated from the get-go, and I love it more and more. I believe that this is a must-have fragrance if you want something different, spicy, with the anise star, alluring with that bourbon vanilla note in the base. The Galanja, the blue ginger note, adds a powderiness resembling the cool of midnight. After a very hot sunny day, there's a cool of night, and that shade of night is encapsulated by the Galanja blue ginger note. So definitely check this out if you want something uniquely spicy, interesting, with a vanilla note at the same time, and a juicy, realistic, very realistic blackberry note in the top note. So check this out. Check all these perfumes out. Let me know what you think in the comment section about the perfumes. Take care and stay fresh.